Subscribe to the MotorBeam channel, click on the bell icon and hit that like button.
Hi guys and welcome to MotorBeam. The Toyota Innova is the go-to choice in India if you want to carry people in comfort. Well, Toyota launched the Innova Crysta last year and it has done extremely well in the market in spite of having a premium pricing. This year they have given us the Touring Sport version of the Innova, which is very sporty and gets enhancements both to the interior as well as the exterior. But does a sporty people carrier make any sense at all? Well, we'll find that out today. The Innova Touring Sport is available in two colors, white and a red, which is only exclusive to this model. Up front, it gets a piano black grille with chrome strips on either side. Meanwhile, it gets a body kit where chrome has been used in abundance. That is, on all corners of both the front and rear bumper, there is a chrome strip. The headlight gets the smoky black effect. Meanwhile, the side skirts too get a chrome strip. The 16-inch alloy wheels are now black in color. Meanwhile, at the rear, there is a piano black finish between both the tail lights. This vehicle also gets the Touring Sport moniker, which is finished in chrome and gets a red highlight. There is no Crysta badging on this vehicle. The Innova Touring Sport is identical to the Innova Crysta on the inside, but there are three changes. There is red stitching on the steering wheel as well as on the seats. The dashboard now has red colored wood. Meanwhile, the instrument cluster gets red highlights. All these things look very nice and subtle and don't look loud at all. This is a very practical car with a lot of storage bins. In fact, you can fit in a lot of 1-liter bottles. Well, how many? Let's find that out. In fact, practicality is so good that 7 can sit inside this cabin in utmost comfort. The Innova Touring Sport is only available in 7-seater version with the middle rows being captain seats. Meanwhile, the 8-seater version isn't available in the Touring Sport. It's only available in the top spec Z trim, which gets a ton of features. This car has surreal quality and it's a very practical car for the family. The Innova Touring Sport is available with 3 engine options. There is the 2.7-liter petrol, which we will not recommend anyone to buy because why would you want to buy a gas-guzzling MPV? So let's talk about the diesels. There are 2 options. There is the 2.4-liter manual and the 2.8-liter automatic, which we are driving here today. Now, this motor isn't the most refined, definitely better than the older generation Innova. This motor has low end lag, the mid-range is strong, but the top end is lacking. This isn't a car you would like to drive spiritedly because the automatic gearbox is very slow to respond. Although there's a sport mode which lets you take control of things manually. In fact, when you go into sport mode, the gearbox won't shift unless and until you do so. However, being a touring sport, or rather having the sporty appeal, this car can easily do 160 km per hour, which is quite fast for an MPV. The Toyota Innova gets multi-drive modes for the engine, which is Eco, Regular and Performance. In Eco mode, you can feel that there's some sort of sluggishness from the engine. Meanwhile, in normal mode, there's adequate amount of performance. However, once you get into Sport mode, there is good amount of pep, the motor does pull strongly and it does justify the sports moniker. In terms of efficiency, this car will return around 10 km per litre in the city, going up to 13 km per litre on the highway when you use the cruise control. However, drive it like a touring sport or rather a sporty MPV and the mileage can drop to as little as 7 km per litre. The Innova Touring Sport is underpinned by a body-on-frame chassis. It is a heavy car, which means there's a ton of body roll around corners. The bigger issue is the steering wheel, which lacks in feel and feedback. It feels disconnected and is also quite heavy at parking speeds. Taking a U-turn in this car takes a lot of effort. Meanwhile, the ride quality is on the stiffer side, but quite compliant over moderate speeds. The high-speed stability is decent. The brakes offer good stopping power, but the pedal feel is spongy and there is nosedive under heavy braking. The Innova Crysta is a fantastic MPV. In fact, it is one of the best family cars you can buy in the country today. The Touring Sport only makes it more appealing. However, at Rs 25 lakhs, this car costs Rs 75,000 more than the equivalent Crysta variant. But you do get exclusivity for that price. If you are looking to purchase a Toyota Innova with a car loan, Bank Bazaar can help you apply for one really easy. Just download the Bank Bazaar app to access lowest rates from more than 40 banks to instantly finance your car.